Honestly, I can't remember if I filmed an intro for this video or not. It's been such a long time. It's been about 3 hours. But just in case I didn't, hi, I'm Anjuli, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. Get ready with me to do this cutesy baby doll look. Yeah, let's go. I really loved this like 60s inspired look that I did on Tuesday night. And so I'm going to take that look, but I'm going to take it up a notch because I kind of want to play with lashes, and I've never cut up lashes and put them onto my eyes. So I think it'll be fun to do that, which means the eyes are going to be fairly simple. But you know what I'm giving you? I'm giving you base today. I'm giving you full base, my cake face base that looks amazing. It will last you all night. But please keep in mind, I've never been a minimalist, all right? I could do the minimalist thing if I really have to, but I've never been a minimalist. I love a cake face. I love a put the beat on. I'm an ex-drag queen, ex-burlesque dancer, ex-midnight ballerina, if that's what the kids are calling it. Like, I love a cake face. Do not go into this thinking, oh, but that's too many steps. Oh, but you know, that's too much makeup, babes. I don't care. That is how I wear my face. Let's do glam. Let's do some glam today. Like I said, the eyes are going to be very, very simple. Usually I will do an eyeshadow primer, but I don't know. I feel like trying out a concealer on my eyelids. Now, the first time I did try to do this, I did this with a concealer that was way too light and also had so much buttability. I was literally like down here with it. Like, what am I doing? So I'm hoping this one also spreads a lot, but it a lot closer to the skin tone that we need here. How are you doing? How is your holiday season going so far? Mine's going pretty well. You know, if I'm being honest with you, there's not much happening here. I'm not, I don't have kids. My family lives in different states, so we don't do like the holidays for me are usually very solitary. Just me and the boys. But yeah, the holidays for me tend to be something they're a very solitary event, right? And I'm okay with that. Like, I don't have any feelings about that, mostly just because it's been this way for so long. I don't really any complex I might have had about it. I've just, grown out of, I guess, gotten used to. So, but it is nice. It is a nice time. Really, I have mostly just been, honestly, I've been out. I've been out in these streets, okay? I've been out in these streets, and listen, it's been amazing. It's been amazing here, all right? Being out in these streets, I completely forgot how much I love being a night owl, how much I love dancing in the oons. Like, I forgot how much I love being a girl, okay? In a nighttime environment where, here's the thing, I'm a big girl, all right? I'm damn near 6 feet taller in my heels, and people don't be messing with me unless I let them, all right? And, it is a beautiful thing being me in the nighttime. That's what I'm going to say about that, because I know that my experience isn't universal, okay? So I acknowledge that. My experience in the nighttime is not universal. And I forgot how much I love being in these streets, okay? I'm not much of I'll go see a show if people invite me, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not really like a DIY scene kind of person, if I'm being real. Like, I know that's kind of taboo to say in like the alt community or whatever, but I'm not much of like a punk person. I'm not much of like a metal person. Like, I like some like 80s goth music. I love goth music, all right? I'm just not much of like a screaming person. I think that that's fair to say. And so most of the time when I used to get invited out at night, it was like to go see a show or something, and I'm just like, I'll go because I like being out, but I don't have any real interest in this activity at hand. But I'm going because I like being out. And I realize when you go out to do something that you want to do, when you are doing things that you want to do, this sounds like no shit Sherlock, but when you are going out to do the things that you love to do and you want to do, it is a completely different vibe. And the way you carry yourself, the way you just go through that environment is just completely freaking different, okay? And this is all part of, I'm entering an era that I like to call my what pussy era. That's the name. I'm realized I'm going to have to censor it for this video, but that is the name of the era that I am in, because I, for a very, very long time, especially being a people pleaser, have just been doing things because it makes me so happy to see other people happy. And that's not me like mocking myself. It is true. It is accurate. But like, what about me? What about me? What about what makes me happy? What makes me happy? And you know what? Being this little bit of selfish is nice. It's nice. I'm not amazing at it. I'm not perfect at it. But it is nice, okay? To be like, you know what? This is what's going to make Fat Ma happy, so this is what I got to do. And if I need to be in the club, well, by gosh darn it, you ain't got to pull my leg too hard. I'm going to be in that motherfucking club. Like, it is my favorite thing to do. All right? So I'm about to do my eyeliner, and, I just don't think, because I need this to be thick, I need this to be bold, I don't think it's wise for me to talk while I do it. So you're just going to watch me speed along here, okay? They're not very even. I am going to take a big risk here and do a little bit of cleaning up anyway. All right, and I also plan on wearing giant lashes, so this is gonna it's only gonna get better from here. Anyway, base. Yeah, so I don't quite remember the last thing I was talking about, but I will say I am in this new era of really just taking care of myself in the most selfish way, I think I gotta take these out. And I think that's okay. I think that it's okay to go from one extreme where you're doing everything for everyone and because you want to please everyone. I was thinking about this earlier today. The concept to me was introduced to me from a YouTuber named Maddie Jawspec, but she heard about it through Taffy, I think her name is. I know I've seen her pop up on TikTok, but to be honest with you, I don't know too much about her. But Maddie said something about like Teffy had said that there are several different types of friends. Maybe there's like 5 different types of friends or whatever. And one of them is like the cheerleader type or something like that. Another one's the historian, things like that. And I realized that my type is, I am definitely, and you could be hybrids, whatever, right? But there's usually a primary type. And my type, I've realized, is 100% the cheerleader type. Like, I'm going to root for you. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to tell you, hey, this is totally possible for you. You can do this. Especially based on your history of everything that I know about you, you 100% can do this. And also, if you need me to, I will help. Like, that's who I am as a person. By the way, if you need your makeup to last, not necessarily this product, but you do need to take care of your base, okay? People are like, why doesn't my makeup last? Why doesn't my foundation last? Why does everything keep creasing? It's because you are not taking care of your base. You need to do your setting sprays. Your setting sprays need to be done before you put everything on your face. Because really, you're just trying to block that oil. Trying to block that oil from penetrating to your makeup product and breaking things down. That is something I will always preach. If the only time that you are setting your face is at the very end, it's a wrap. It's already over for you, babes. It's already over for you. You might as well just wrap it up, all right? Because you're done. You're done. You got 30 minutes. 30, okay? I realized that because I am the cheerleading type, because I am the root for you type, because I am going to, be there for you and try to help you get everything that you want type, I have to be a little bit more discerning about how I am using that energy, I guess. I need to be a little bit more discerning about who I'm spending that energy on. And, because I wasn't. I was giving it to any and everybody. And there's something cute and admirable and hopeful and sweet about that version of myself. I am not trying to be mean to her because she carried me to this person that I am today. But it does mean that a lot of my life is spent very, very stressed out about how I was going to be the person that everybody else needed me to be. And very little time spent on what I actually needed to be for me, unless it came down to survival, because I was also constantly in survival mode, babes. I was always in that just happens to you when you're living out of a fucking car, all right? You are just constantly in survival. When your homes are always being ripped out from underneath you, you're constantly in survival mode. You're always on deck. Like, that's just who you are as a person. That's who you become. And if it wasn't about giving myself fully to everybody, because that's also where I saw my worth. I knew that I was just brokety broke all the fucking time. Kind of still am. But I attached so much of my worth through my ability to be helpful and available to others, because I knew I could never financially provide for other people. And you know, the thing about worth is that you do not actually have to do anything to be worthy. You are worthy simply because you are you, and you are alive, and you are here, and you're a human. And I mean, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's 100% it. All right. And whenever you start to feel those conservative, the fascist thoughts start kicking in, I want you to remind yourself of that, because ultimately that's what they're fighting for. They're trying to fight and say, these people don't deserve rights. These people don't deserve anything, because ultimately they don't serve this, consumeristic production that we're putting on, aka the United States of America. All right. That's my little soapbox there. But I put so much value in my ability to be good and helpful for other people that I forgot that I have to be good and helpful for myself. And you know, this is a slow progression. This is a slow road. That's what happens when you can't afford therapy, is hopefully you get to a point where you're able to not start therapizing yourself, but you're able to, you know, figure things out for yourself. But it does take a lot longer than if you had somebody, you know, guiding you along the way that therapy can provide. So it took me a little bit longer to get here, to realize that, like, oh, I'm worthy because I just exist, and I actually don't have to prove that I am worthy of anything to anyone. You know, the people in my life will love me simply because I am me, and I don't actually have to work that hard for anybody's love or anybody's approval, because if people can't see how valuable I am without me giving all of myself, you know, whether that is financially or whether that is just all of my resources, well, then do I really want those people in my life? Going in with a powder puff and like this is number one. Like I said, we're trying to trap oil here, okay? And I'll tell you, I'm not an oily person. I'm doing this as somebody who's not an oily person. I do not have oily skin. In fact, I would describe my skin combo dry. Since we're in the winter months, even more dry than usual, all right? But you saw me put moisturizer on first, going in with the powder puff, and I am powdering my face. Now, if this does not work for you, I don't know what to tell you, to be honest with you. Do not have that kind of knowledge. But I will say, maybe look at the kind of powder you're using. There are certain powders that are going to be better for this than others. This powder is very finely milled. I think so. It works pretty. This is the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. I think it also tends to work well because it's not the most drying powder. I don't think that this is going to give you, like, it looks like it's giving matte right now, but also, like I said, take in consideration, I do have a pretty dry face. I am not using the most drying of drying powder to do this because my skin probably could not handle it. But I am doing this because I want to trap any opportunity for oil to kind of get through my product. I'm doing that there. Also, it offers a layer of coverage as well. So you can end up using less product than if you just go straight in with your wets, you know? Ew, did not like that I just said that, but yeah. So this area for me is really kind of reserved for, like, I guess next year, but also I don't really ascribe to time, you know? I mean, I understand that it's something that people live by, but if I feel a compulsion to live my life a particular way, I'm going to start right here, right now. Why wait? You know, I don't really understand waiting till like a Monday, waiting until the next best opportunity. The next best opportunity is right here, right now. And the next best opportunity for me, I see my dog in the background. The next best opportunity for me is right here, right now to start doing exactly what I want. Because then if anything, I could just call this the trial. Call it the 30-day trial, all right? And then the real action, now that we've fine-tuned everything, the real action, the real era of Fat Ma begins on January 1st, if that's what we really want to call it. But for me, I'm just like, babes, nah, it starts right now. It starts right now. And I have been so much better for it. I've been so much happier. You know, being unhappy will make you ugly. And not everything is about being beautiful, right? I am not saying that, but also I'm an aesthetic girl, okay? I'm a Cancer Venus, all right? So I love an aesthetic moment, and I live for the aesthetic. I live for all of that. And being unhappy, being stressed, being upset, doing things that do not light your soul on fire will make you so ugly, okay? And it will do it creepingly. You won't realize that it's creeping in on you, but it'll do it to you, all right? I, for a second, was like, yeah, I'm out of the club, you know, I'm gonna look so great now because I'm just like drinking less and, you know, I'm away from all the smoke. And yeah, sure, science supports that, I guess. But I'll be honest with you, I look so much better now than I did for the past, like, 2-3 years that I wasn't in a club. And it's because I'm happy. That's why. Because I'm happy. I'm burning calories because I'm just running around dancing on these streets. I'm not eating as much because I'm not as bored because I'm just like, I'm out in these streets, okay? I'm laughing. I'm with people that keep my spirits light and bright. Like, I am just happy. I'm happier now. So obviously, I look and feel much, much better. I'm looking around at all my wares in front of me so that I can decide where I'm going next. Right now, I'm just setting that concealer. Cake face, babes. I told you it's going to be cake face. No light coverage here. And I understand for, like, winter, people really enjoy, like, there was a moment when I used to ask people, like, oh, what kind of tutorials do you want to see? And people would be like, oh, you know, since it's winter and everybody's skin's doing drier, can you do, like, a, what is it, the opposite of matte? A dewy skin tutorial or something. And, you know, in the past, I would have tried to entertain that. But I'll be honest with you, I actually don't really care too much for a dewy skin look anyway, unless I'm doing something quick and minimal. But I really do enjoy a matte cake face. Like, I just do, which is part of the reason why summer is such a bummer for me. Because I can't do, like, a full... It's too hot! It's too hot in Arkansas for that, all right? Now, I am going to do my foundation right now. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like I need this much foundation, but I'm going to do it anyway just because I feel like it. Wasting product, just a waste product, I guess. Sometimes you just be in that mood, you know? Just gotten back into my beauty sponges, you know? And it really does cut a lot of time off of things. I love a brush. I love a brush. I love a brush. I think it offers you an amount of coverage that a sponge just does not give. But with all the layers that I'm putting on, it's fine. It's fine for me to sacrifice a little bit of coverage here and there, right? But another thing I realized about this era of mine and thinking about, like, because now I have to ask myself questions like, so what is going to make me happy? What is going to make me happy right now? I know one of those things is my best friend. My best friend is definitely going to make me happy. So I need to find a way to get to her because, yes, I will live a life based around my best friend. I will. All right. Sorry about it. Not sorry about it. I do need to figure that out. I've also realized what else makes me happy is truly, honestly, just being hot and iconic. And I know that's such a, like, you don't get to decide that you're iconic. You just kind of are or you aren't. Fine. Cool. Whatever. Doesn't mean I can't live in delusional land. All right. I truly believe if you can see it, you can be it. All right. And I truly see that one day I'm going to be a motherfucking icon. I have always imagined being on, like, my literal old, like, you know, I'm super duper freaking old. Aside from my last moments will be I'll die on the bar. All right. In my wheelchair, my best friend's going to put my wheelchair up onto the bar so I could fade away to the music, probably Kesha playing in the background or something. Like, I've already fully, like, that's fine. But when I'm old and I'm at the point where I'm like, I can't, like, wear my shoes anymore because my feet have just shrunken so much and everything. I truly, in my own delusional world, believe that I am going to give all of my big, beautiful, fabulous shoes and clothes to all of the drag children, trans children that are in my community. That is what I see myself as being such an icon that my community comes into my apartment, comes into my place, wherever I happen to be living at the point. They come into my place and they go, Mama, I'm taking this dress that you wore to this pageant, that you wore to this red carpet. I'm going to take it. And I say, baby, I want you to have that. You know, I want you to have that piece. And whenever you wear it, I want you to think of Mama. Like, that's truly what I see for myself. It's just being like so old and iconic that people just come into my closet and they take things and like, they know they're taking something that's like, first off, fucking fabulous, okay? They know they're taking something fabulous, something that's, you know, was worn with love, maybe even made with love, because I do also be stolen shit and whatnot. But also that I get to see the next generation, the next wave of my community thrive because I did something meaningful for my community. Does that make sense? And I realize I can't do anything for my community if I'm not fucking out there with my community. That seems like a no-brainer, right? Like, that just seems like, and I love, you know, the community that I was able to feel online. You know, like I said, I feel like I've lost a lot of that just because of just, you know, the way the algorithms work nowadays. But I love the community that I feel like I've been able to foster online. But there's just something about real life. I don't want to say real life because this is real life, but there's just something about like the community outside your front door. You know, there's something about the community that exists outside of your phone, you know, and I would love to help the whole wide world, but I'm one person, you know, and the only way I can really do that effectively right now is to show up. And that is the same thing that I could do to my community in real life, is to just show up, you know? I'm looking at my time because I'm like, ooh, I know I'm long-winded and I know I'm like a big jabberjaw. Right now it says I've been filming for like 32 minutes. But I don't know, babes. I don't know if I see it ending anytime soon. You know, maybe I'll put a little disclaimer in the beginning that you should just grab yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, get yourselves all together so you can sit here and watch me like I'm a program on the TV, you know? Podcast there. This is the podcast for the girlies, right? Because shit, if I knew how to talk less, I'm not going to say I would because I like talking. But if I knew how to talk less and would do it, the algorithm would probably be much kinder to me. I just cannot for the life of me. Unless I don't put contour directly on my face because I don't want to have to buff out any lines. I think that just starts to budge the product underneath. I would much rather have way more control and put my product, I use the Fenty contour stick, just rub it all over my brush and then just stamp it on. And that way I have so much more control over where the product is, how much more control over the depth of everything. Like, we are getting snatched today. I really want to try, what is that brand? Ritual de Fil? The name is definitely on the screen. I really want to try their contour. I don't know exactly which shade I would be. I would actually even go a shade darker than this personally because I really enjoy dark contour. I love a dark contour. The problem is sometimes they start to get a little bit red. Even this, I feel like this is actually kind of a little warm to be a contour. I think it's more of a bronzer. And that is also why I'm kind of attracted to the brand that I just mentioned, because it seems like they're known for making actual cool tones. And I would love to try an actual cool tone contour shade because I'm not trying to do bronzer. I'm really not. I would like a nice deep contour. So the key thing with this look, key thing, is going to be to keep it from looking boring. So like we have this thick cat eye, great, awesome. You know, anybody can do a cat eye, right? We're gonna do some fun lashes, which is gonna zhuzh it up a little bit, but it's gonna make it so fun and so baby girl is to just have all of these pink blushes. I say all of these, I'm using 2 today. But you know, I've seen people use up to 3 blushes and that's a look, that's a slay. I love that for you. I only have 2 pink blushes though that really complement each other. So that's why I'm using them. Use what you have, people. You do not need to run out and buy products. That's also why I'm not really talking about the specific products that I'm using because I do believe that you can make just about anything work. If it's not working, it's just because you bought something that's incompatible with your skin type. most of the time. But I think that you can make most things work. You can make it work. I am so used to making things work. But I will have things listed down below just in case you want to reference. But I don't think that you should go out and buy things. I think most people probably have enough in their home kits. But I am taking this pink blush, this lighter one. This is my lighter pink. And I'm going to put this all over the apples of my cheeks. And this is because of my face shape. I really do enjoy kind of like a Donna Summer-esque blush. I really like to concentrate them all in this area, very 80s style. And I am actually going to kind of go over my eyeliner here. We can always go back over it. It's not a big deal. But I'm taking the lighter shade and mostly focusing that on the front part of my face. This brush is a little dirty because I've done this pink look a lot, this pink blush look a lot. So it's probably mixed in a little bit with the deeper shade, but that's fine. Point is still going to be Buttercross. You're just going to keep that, like I said, mostly focused on the front part of the face. And then this is also going to be kind of like a contour a little bit. I'm taking a darker pink shade and I'm going to put that in these lower regions and then up towards the temple. Blend out. I really don't want this darker one to go into the bigger apples of my cheek though. Just because, like I said, it's kind of it's a shadow trick, it's a contouring trick, right? So I'm not trying to sink in the apples of my cheeks. I think the apples of my cheeks are quite cute. So I'm not trying to bring them in. I'm just trying to emphasize my actual cheekbone. And see how instantly that's like, the contour doesn't even matter at this point. Did the contour shade even matter? Because the blush is doing most of the work for me. It is instantly popping my cheeks out. If it looks like a lot, it's fine. It's fine. First off, I do love a lot of blush anyway. But second off, there's going to be a lot of powders and stuff happening. So it's fine. As you noticed, I still haven't done my actual under eye concealer yet. So trust me, it's going to be fine. And it's kind of like underpainting, I guess, if that's the term that we're using now. I don't know all the pop terms for everything anymore. I just know face. I just know makeup, okay? So if you're going to ask me what this technique is called, I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I could give you a fully educated answer, except for, I guess, the closest thing would be underpainting, but I understand that underpainting usually is done underneath the foundation. And this, obviously, I have my foundation on top, so. And I am just going to take this all over just to kind of give the face an overall flush. All right. So now that I got that done, I am going to go in now with my concealer. And the thing is, I am going to let this sit on my face for a little bit. So I will be right back after I let this sit. Another reason why I need to be more in tune with my community is I would love so much to give makeup lessons to the girls. I would love to do makeup and give makeup lessons to the girls. Like that would be such a dream to me, to be involved in that kind of capacity, in an affirming capacity, right? Because femininity to me is just play. Femininity to me is all an act. I do not believe that I am man or woman. I think that I just put things on and then that's what I am for the day. And it feels good for me. That feels right for me. Non-binary, honestly, don't care enough to even try to describe that, right? But I do think femininity, for me, not for everyone, for me, it's just a play. It's just a routine. It's just an act that we do. And I have fun playing it. Do not know that I would consider myself a feminine person all the time, though. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, so I just watched the Dan and Phil Patreon upload. I can't believe I'm a fanny in fucking 2025, but here we are. I also can't believe I'm saying fanny unironically, but once again, here we are. I'm gonna blend this in. It's probably been about 30 minutes. It's been a while, all right? It's been a while. It's fine. You don't have to wait full 30 minutes. You don't have to do all that. I just did because I was watching that video and I got pretty invested. Some products won't allow you to wait that long. Let me clarify. And that's because they will dry down too fast. But mine are pretty good. And if you have to reactivate it, if you have to re-wet it, just spray some more setting spray. And that should get it wet enough for you to blend things back in once again. But yeah. TBH, don't truly remember what I was just talking about, but I've just really been focused on being the hottest, happiest version of myself I could possibly be. Real quick, before I blend my under eye, I am going to put my nose contour on, and that's just because works easier for me this way. This order works easier for me this way. I blend the nose part, the upper nose part, and then I'm just going to go in. I don't know why I just did that directly. I never do that. I never directly put contour under my face. That's crazy levels of just like commitment to shade, but that's fine. These are pretty blendable products. So I don't want to say you can't mess it up because honestly, one of y'all messed it up. I know one of y'all can mess it up. So I don't want to say you can't mess it up, but I will say it's a pretty easy, accessible product to work with because it does just blend out so well. It would be a little bit more difficult to mess it up. I will say that much. Not impossible, just a little bit more difficult, all right? But yeah, now that that's on, now I can blend my under eye. But I'm just focused because it makes me really happy to be really hot. I feel like that's like stuff you're not allowed to say, okay? I feel like so much of what I'm feeling right now are things that you're not allowed to feel and things you're not allowed to say. Like, I realized recently that, mind you, no interest, absolutely zero interest in having men in my vicinity, having men entertain me, have literally no interest. That's not my thing. It's just not. It's cool if that's your thing. I don't judge. It's just not my thing, right? But I did realize that I do have, a bit of a power around men. And I can use that to my fullest advantage. And I think I'm allowed to use that to my fullest advantage. All right? I think that I'm allowed to go out. And if a man wants me to talk to him for 15, 20 minutes, I am allowed to get a free drink out of it. Okay? That is just my compensation, especially since I will usually tell them straight up that I have zero interest in whatever's happening right here. I will usually say, hey, babe, I think it's great that you find me attractive, but I actually have no interest in here, just so you're aware. And they go, no problem, but you're still a beautiful woman, and if you don't mind, I just want to keep you a little bit of company. And then I go, you can buy me a drink. And then I will allow them until my threshold is up, and then I go about my business. And that is not advice, all right? Let me say that is not advice. That is just how I am learning that I can maneuver through this world. Pretty privilege, all right? And I don't think that I took full advantage of pretty privilege when I was younger because I was too busy being insane in friend groups, too busy fighting for my life. But now that I'm just focused on just like being hot and having fun, I'm taking full advantage of everything. I saw TikTok, and it basically said, on this earth, you should take advantage of everything that you have. That's why nepotism babies, like, you know what? Love them, hate them, whatever you feel about them, great, fine. But they're taking advantage of every opportunity that is bestowed to them. Why are you not doing the same? Why are you not doing the same? And you're probably going to inherently do it more ethically just because of the environment that you grew up in, that you're around. You're probably going to do it in a more ethical way, but you should take advantage. You should take advantage of the little levels of nepotism that you have, whether that, so your dad has this friend that works at this job that you want to work at. Use that connection. Like, you should take advantage of all the little advantages that you have in life. I want to take advantage of all the advantages that I have in life. And one of the advantages I have in life is I am a hot girl. And I think for that reason, first off, I should never be broke. All right? I should never be broke. Okay? The way that I'm chronically broke is actually kind of embarrassing for how hot I am. But I don't want to OF. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm so sick of talking to people in enough capacity. So that's why I don't have one right now. That's why I'm not doing it. But if you think that it hasn't crossed my mind to get back into the industry in some way, somehow, I'm like, I totally should. Because why would I not take advantage of everything that I have? And part of what I have is being a hot, beautiful woman. Okay? Like, Why would I not take advantage of that? Why would I not take advantage of the fact that I am a great conversator? You know, I absolutely love, I'm just going through and like blending everything out real quick because I'm about to get into the powder phase of my face. And you want to make sure that everything is looking, you know, pretty decent before you start putting things down with powder. Because powder is going to set everything, all right? So you want to make sure that things are blended. You want to make sure that things are looking good before you get in there. But do you see that base? Do you see her? She's looking good. She's looking fabulous. I do have to concentrate for this though. So I'll talk to you. I'll talk you through it. I'll talk you through it, babe, what I'm doing. But I'm not going to just be jabbing about life right now because I really got to focus on this if we're going to make this last, if I'm going to make this look good. Make this last. It's 9 o'clock at night, all right? It's a little late, but here we are. Okay, I'm spraying my face down, all right? Then I am going to go in with my sponge to make sure that there are no creases. And then I'm going in with a pressed powder and a powder puff. You can just, you know, take some of the excess off. And I am going to set my under eye. Make sure the creases are out before you do this. Because like I said, once you start to set your face, it's all a wrap, babe. It's all over, okay? And you really want to press that in there. My reason for that is because you're trying to, I really hate to use this word because I know people get super weird about the word dry, but you're really trying to dry that product out. If that product is wet underneath your eyes, it is going to move. It's going to bud, going to crease. Let's be careful about what we're talking about here, our expectations here, right? I have natural folds underneath my eyes because I have fucking eyes and I have skin underneath my eyes. I'm also a woman in her 30s. I'm really not going to call these age lines because I don't think that they are. I think they're just lines that you get as somebody who has a face that moves. I have lines underneath my eyes. Those are not going away. So I'm not going to have just all of a sudden a smooth canvas as if I have filler underneath my eye. That's not what we're expecting come out of this. What we are expecting is I don't want to have, it's almost like wet. It's like the product settles in those lines and gets, because it's wet. It's still wet. It hasn't dried out or anything. And that's what you're trying to avoid. When people say this is a creaseless or whatever, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about all of a sudden your face is just going to be like smooth where there's wrinkles. That's not a thing that happens. We need to manage our expectations here. I am still going to have lines there because that is just the structure of my face. That's what my face looks like. But a better example is like your smile line. I will still, when I smile, you're still going to get these like lines here, right? Because that's just how my face looks. That's what happens. It's never going to completely smooth out. But what we don't want is when I do smile and then my face comes back is for there to just be these creases there because the product there was still wet and it never actually got to set. And that is what we're trying to fix here. But yeah, I'm going to blend it out. Ooh, girl, you did a job there. You did something there. And then I'm going to set it. And as I've said, cake face. All right, babes? This does not look light. This does not look dainty. It looks like I have a full face of foundation on. Why? Because I do have a full face of foundation and powders on cake face. And I love it here. I absolutely love it here, okay? And then I can start to set the rest of my face, which is also going to offer more coverage in spaces if you need it, if you want it. You also don't have to do the powder puff if you don't want. On the rest of your face, you can do just a regular brush. I'm doing the powder puff because, I don't know, like I said, I like a full freaking face, so. And you'll see I'm avoiding the places where I highlight. That's because I'm going to grab a new sponge, a new powder puff, and go into those lighter spaces with my lighter sponge. Hit my highlight points. And then I'm going to do another spritz. And I'm going to go in with some loose powder underneath my eyes. And that's just like an extra little insurance for me to make sure that things stay. They stay, all right? So, do I consider it baking? I mean, not really. I think baking, I would have to put even more under there. And, yeah, I'm not doing all that. And that's your base, babes. That's your base. So far. So now I'm going to go in with my contour. Just make sure my cheeks are really cut, because I love a cut cheek. I'll be honest, I don't know that I love this. I think I've mentioned it before. I don't know if I love this powder contour. I do use it because sometimes I think it does something, but then sometimes I'm like, I think I'm just like being delusional. I don't think it does anything at all. And then I'm going to go in with this Juvia's Place blush palette that I've grown quite fond of. Taking the lighter pink and putting that where we put that light pink before, and really just making our face look so baby. Sorry about my blush face, but it's just the easiest way for me to do my blush. It's just how I know how to get into those places, into those crevasses that I need to get into. And then I take the darker, well, I'm still using the lighter. Hold on. I'm talking faster than I'm moving, all right? All right, and then I take the darker one and then put that, put that where I put the darker shade of blush from before. And just blend them into each other, really marry them into each other, you know, take it up into the hairline a bit, color all over. You need to work out because my arm hurts from beating my face so hard. And this is where if things do start to look extra cakey on you and you're like, oh my God, I cannot even believe that she guided me in this way. Like my face looks so incredibly caked up. You can just put like some sort of dewy finishing spray. You can start to, you know, incorporate a little bit more sprays into your look to kind of combat that. It's just like I said, I don't mind this look. I think that for me, and you know, here's the thing, I'm really tall. Most people aren't looking at me dead in the face like this, if I'm being real. Most people don't have to see me dead on. So I imagine from the angle down below that it looks fine. It looks great. It looks fine. So now that I've done that, it's time to get back into the eyes. That's going to be super quick. Let me put some mascara on real quick, do my brows, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I did my brows, I did my mascara, and I also just real quick touched up my wing since I got covered with product over the course of the time. Now, I wanted to make sure I popped on here before I did my bottom lash line, because if you are a black girl, if you have deep tan, medium dark skin, instead of using white on your tight line, unless you really love that look, if you are trying to make your eyes look bigger though and you don't like this darkness, like it's always felt like it's look a little bit off on you, you need to use a nude, a beigey nude pencil instead in the waterline. I won't lie, I got a little bit of black from that liquid liner, so that's going to taint things a little bit here, but it's fine. But that nude is going to open up your eyes in a way more natural looking way than a white would. White is great, it's cunt, it's awesome. Nude is just going to do it in a different way. And then I'm going to go in and put mascara on my lower lash line. And I did make a stylistic choice here to make my lower lash line quite spiky, a little bit, you know, not as smooth looking as normally I would choose to do so, but it's on purpose. There is a purpose. There is a method to the madness. Now it's time for lashes. This is the more experimental part for me because I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. So I know on top, I am going to do Siren Lashes from Glam Goth Beauty. I'm just going to show you what they look like real quick before I put them on. Something huge, something fun, spiky, doll-like. That's what I'm aiming for on top. The bottom lashes, though, where things get a little bit experimental. I got these lashes from Likely Cosmetics, and they are purposely made, designed. They look like this in the package. They're perfect. They're intentionally designed so that you can cut them. Okay? And my thing is, I think I'm going to cut them and place like a couple of them on my lower lash line. I'm just placing it there for right now. Do a couple strategically. I'm saying a couple. Do you see how big these are? Oh, this is going to look great. It's just going to be crazy for me. Maybe I'll just do one, like right in the middle. Hold on. Let me put my top lashes on first, and then we will play around with the bottom lashes. But we're going to do something fun with that, okay? Okay, so I have Siren Lashes on top. This is the part I'm a little... I'm excited. I'm very excited. It's going to bring the look just up so many notches, but I'm very nervous because I've never just like done itty bitty, you know. individuals, but I'm not gluing anything down. I'm just kind of like trying to see like how I want to maybe go about this. I know this one is possibly the smaller piece, so I don't know that there's really any direction with any of these pieces if there is actually a smaller or larger part, but hey, this is the fun of makeup. It's just, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I did just decide. I'm gonna do two to start off. Two extra spiky guys on the bottom. I might need a third, but I'm gonna start off with two and see how I feel there. I was just gonna do like one right in the middle, but I think it's gonna give so like baby doll coated if I can do just like the two here on the outside and just, you know. I did just decide I'm gonna do a photo shoot after this. So if you want to see those photos, I'll probably post them probably to Instagram. I don't know that I'll be able to post them to TikTok. That's the thing about my photography is, girl, the way I enjoy photos and the way the photos I like to take do tend to be more mature, I guess. Not all the way, but you know, a little tasteful here and there. And TikTok, I really, really am careful about what I post in there, because Instagram, I think you can get away with some things as long as it's not too up close. But TikTok, their censors they be getting me for things that have nothing in it. So, you know, that might have been a little too wet to put down, but that's okay. I think it's gonna, that looks so cute. I didn't mean to grunt like that in front of y'all. So sorry. But it's going to be so, so cute. So, so cute. She is still a little too wet. I went in there a little too early. I will say, this is a lot of lash to have on my face. It doesn't feel, people act like, and maybe I'm just so used to wearing lashes, period. People act like lashes are like 300 pounds and that, you know, do your eyes feel heavy? My eyes don't feel heavy. I mean, they feel a little different, I guess, because there's something on them that isn't usually on them, but they don't feel heavy per se. I think that's a weird exaggeration. Sometimes I think people just say things and they don't realize that low key is just kind of like anti-girl. Like what you're saying actually has like no real merit, no real meaning behind it. It's just like some weird anti-girl thing to say. Like it's just like leftovers from when everybody had to be like, I don't like pink. You know, that's such a girl color. Like it just feels so leftover from that period of time. And I'm just like, grow up. Like, grow up, find a new personality. Hating being a girl is not a good one. Find something better to do. I'm gonna just let out the tiniest giggle. Oh my god. It's so cute. Do I do a third? Alright. Really, the magic for me is going to be starting to find the sweet spot of wetness when I'm putting these on. Because with the top lash, it's easy because you kind of have your lashes to stop them from just falling all the way off. But with this, you don't have anything because, you know, my lashes are on top of the faux lashes. So I don't have anything to keep these babies from falling. So I got to be putting them on at just the right time. My timing is, I'm learning, not great. But it's so cute. I'm going to do the other eye and then I'll decide if we're going to do a third lash. So I did do a little tester to see if I wanted a little third on the inner eye. But I think it just closed my eyes off too much. So I'm going to leave it at the, I'm like literally in awe of how much I love this look. Like I know I can do a 60s. You saw this look. This look was not complicated to do at all. I still got to put together a lip, but like it was not complicated to do at all. But because we put big fun lashes on, because we had fun with lashes, we went a little extra, a little heavy with the blush. It just took that basic little cat eye, that 2-second cat eye, and then just brought it up to another level. Like, this wasn't a hard look. This was not something difficult to achieve. We're going to go in with the lip. I think I'm just going to do a nude lip today. Actually, I just had the brilliant idea that since we have all this blush on, I am going to take some liner, line my lips. Honestly, you might even need a deeper lip liner, but we'll see in a second. What I'm gonna do is take my blush shade that I wore, or that I am wearing, the lighter shade. I'm gonna put that on my lips in the middle here. Woo! She's bright. Give it a second now. It'll be fine. I did end up getting a bunch of glosses in during the Black Friday Ulta sale. So I'm thinking I'll pair it with a gloss over top. I just don't know which one I want to do just yet. Also, it smells really good. This is my first time using this. It smells very, very good. It smells like cupcakes. I feel like this looks insane in the monitor, but like in real life, it looks good. But I look insane. I recognize that in the monitor, I look absolutely freaking crazy right now. But I promise you in real life, it doesn't look this insane. But for your own peace of mind, you know what I'll do? I'll switch my lip out for your own peace of mind. Hold on. Okay. I think we did it. I think we cracked the code. Let me pull you out a little bit, because you don't need to be that in my business. Let me put my, where are my hoops? Where are my hoops? All right. Now tell me we did not just come up with something beautiful together. Tell me that this is not, it is 10 o'clock at night, all right? I think I started doing my makeup around 7:30. But mind you, we were talking, we were gabbing, we were doing little things. I had to take breaks here and there, all right? But at the end, it all came together. It looks even better when you take that step back, all right? Because you don't need to be that close to my face. Also, that's just like a lesson in perspective, all right? Sometimes you need to take a step back from the equation. Take a step back from being outside to realize, oh, wait, I actually belong outside, okay? But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned a little something. I hope that you got a little entertained. And until the next video, like I said, I'm going to take pictures of this. So hop on over to, I guess, Instagram. I'll leave everything linked down below. Hop on over there and you can check those out. And yeah, until the next video, bye.